Vasudevaya. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much for joining us today. We'd like to seek your good wishes and your blessings so that we can continue with the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. We had a few days on Parikram, so a little bit tired, of course. But so now we can chill out a little bit and go through chapters 26 and 27 today. So this is a really nice verse. Go for it.
Shya sachanu ragasmin sarvesham no rajan rajokasam nandate tanya smasu tasyapi uttapatika katham. Dear Nand, how is it that we and all the other residents of Braj cannot give up our constant affection for your son? And how is it that he is so spontaneously attracted to us?
Great. So chapter's name is Wonderful Krishna. This is after he lifted Govardhan and they were all very, very happy with Krishna. In this chapter, Nanda Maharaj describes Krishna's opulence to the cowherd men as Nanda has heard of them from Garga Muni. A bit later on, that is. So first...
this is our Brahma's thing, right?
This is after Indra. We've gone through lifting of Govardhan. Yeah. The cowherd men, unaware of Lord Krishna's power, were amazed to see his various extraordinary activities. The men approached Nanda Maharaj and told him that after seeing how Krishna, a boy only 7 years old, had lifted a mountain and how he had previously killed so many demons and generated extreme attraction in the hearts of everyone in Vrindavan, the men had become doubtful and bewildered about how Sri Krishna could possibly have taken birth in the unsuitable environment of a cowherd community. He was a cowherd boy. How can he do all these things? They recounted his wonderful activities. So they were telling Nand, how is this possible? As a mere infant, hardly he could even open his eyes. He drank the breast milk of the powerful demoness Putana and sucked out her very life. We went through that pastime. When only 3 months old, little Krishna kicked a huge cart he was laying beneath, and the cart fell and turned upside down. This was Sakatasura. And just a little information that who was Sakatasura? Why was he born like a cart, had a body of a cart? So he was previously Utkacha, the son of the demon Hiranyaksh. And one time he was having fun in the forest. He trampled and destroyed the green trees and the creepers of Rishi Lomasha's ashram. And he became very angry and cursed him, may you become bodiless. Utkacha realized his fault and he fell at the feet of the Rishi, begged for forgiveness. Pleased by Utkacha's act, the Rishi said, you will be liberated from the curse by the touch of Lord Krishna's feet. And now by a casual kick from Krishna, Sakatasura was liberated from his curse and he attained moksha. So very powerful. At the age of 1, he was taken up into the sky by the demon Trinivarta. But baby Krishna grabbed the demon's neck, causing him great pain and killing him. So this is Trinivarta, the whirlwind demon. Once his mother, Yashodamai, tied him up with ropes to a mortar, and then crawling with his hands, he dragged the mortar between a pair of urchin trees and pulled them down. So this is the wonderful pastime of Damoda Leela. Another time when Krishna was tending the calves in the forest together with Balaram and the cowherd boys, the demon Bakasura came with the intention of killing Krishna. Krishna seized this inimical demon by the mouth and tore him apart. And he had a good dance as well, because Bakasura was trying to stab him with his beak. So he was dancing while Bakasura was attempting to stab. So there's always a pastime behind the killing. So here it was about a nice dance. And the next one, it's about having some fruit. Desiring to kill Krishna, the demon Vatsasura, disguised himself as a calf, entered amongst Krishna's calves. But Krishna killed the demon and using his own body, enjoyed the sport of knocking kapita fruits down from the trees. So this was just before lunch. So in time for lunch, they had some fruit, thanks to this pastime of killing a demon. And then together with Balaram, Krishna killed the jackass demon and all his friends, thereby securing the safety of Talavan forest, which was again abound with fully ripened palm fruits. So again, they enjoyed a nice picnic after killing the demon. Killing demons is hungry work. Right? After arranging for the almighty Lord Balaram to kill the demon Palambasura, Krishna saved Braj cowherd boys and their animals from a forest fire. So this was the killing of Palambasura by Lord Balaram. Krishna chastised the most poisonous serpent, Kalya. After humbling him, he drove him forcibly from the lake of the Yamuna. In this way, the Lord made the water of that river free from the snake's poison. So, and again, he had a dance on Kalya, on his hoods. It was a tremendous dance, which impressed everybody. So they remembered these pastimes, and they would remember these pastimes constantly. Nand Maharaj cites Gargamuni. Nanda replied that by relating to them what Gargamuni had told him about Sri Krishna. Gargamuni had said that in his previous 3 ages, Nanda's boy had manifested himself in white, red, and yellow forms, whereas now in the Dwapar Yuga, he has assumed the darkish blue form, Krishna Rupa. Yes, Naniben.
Yes, I didn't understand this, Prabhuji. The yellow form, I think that form came later in Sankirtan as a
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So
Yeah. I don't think they completely correspond to,
okay.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. It's a little confusing as well because we got Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga. And Krishna appeared in Dwapar Yuga.
Satya, Treta.
Yeah, and Dwapar, he appears in Dwapar. So I'm not quite sure exactly.
All these colors
correspond.
Okay.
Yeah. I think because different red, one of the Varaha incarnations was red, one was white. So not exactly clear about that.
Unless yellow was for other incarnation, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ram was green.
Yeah,
Ram was green, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we should maybe do a bit of research and work out exactly who Gargamuni is referring to. There must be some reference as to, I didn't see it in Prabhupada's purport because I was looking for that, but I didn't see it. But anyway, we'll see what we can do. Because he descended as the son of Vasudev, one of his many names is Vasudev, and he has innumerable other names indicating his many qualities and activities. So Nanda Maharaj is replying to the cowherd men. So this is Gargamuni at the time of name-giving ceremony of Krishna, and this is Nanda Maharaj. Gargamuni had predicted that Krishna would prevent all sorts of catastrophes in Gokul, spreading unlimited auspiciousness and increase the ecstasy of the cowherd men and women. In a previous age, he had provided protection for the saintly Brahmins, as when they were harassed by low-caste dacoits, and there was no proper ruler in society. As the demons in higher planets can never defeat the demigods who have Lord Vishnu on their side, no enemy can defeat those who love Krishna. In his affinity for his devotees and in his opulence and power, Krishna is just like Lord Narayan himself. So this is all what Gargamuni was told to Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj is just repeating that. Yes, Naniben? Maybe from before. So, overjoyed and...
I didn't say anything, Prabhuji, sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay, no worries. Overjoyed and awestruck by Gargamuni's statements, the cowherd men concluded that Krishna must be an empowered representative of the Supreme Lord, Narayan. Thus they worshipped him in Nandamais. They still wouldn't accept that he is Narayan. He's an empowered representative. He's not necessarily Narayan. He's not necessarily Supreme Personality himself. Krishna must be thinking, what do I have to do? I've lifted a mountain for 7 days, 7 nights, and they still don't think I'm God. And here in this world, everybody's claiming to be God because they've got some little small bit of power and suddenly they want to be worshipped. Indra became angry when his sacrifice was disrupted. And thus he caused rain and hail to fall on Gokul, accompanied by lightning and powerful winds, all of which brought great suffering to the cowherds, the men, the animals, and the women there. When Lord Krishna, who is by nature always compassionate, saw the condition of those who had only him as his shelter, he smiled broadly and lifted Govardhan Hill with one hand, just as a small child picks up a mushroom to play with it. Holding up the hill, he protected the cowherd community. May he, Govinda, the Lord of the cows and the destroyer of Indra's false pride, be pleased with us. So these are beautiful prayers by the Brijabasis. They really can really delight Krishna by their prayers. And this is really beautiful. Giriraj, not sure where, I think maybe Mayapur. Looks like Mayapur, or maybe. Yeah. Beautifully decorated. Yeah. So, what are these 7 days and nights representing? Krishna held up Govardhan for 7 days, 7 nights, so that he can give us the 7 shelters. So what is this all about? In the Bhagavatam, it talks about, let's get to the verse actually. One who has given up all material duties and has taken full shelter of the lotus feet of Mukunda, who offers shelter to all, is not indebted to the demigods, to the great sages, to the living entities, to the relatives, the friends, the mankind, or even one's forefathers. So this is the thing. One gives up everything for Krishna. These debts are already settled by the Lord. Since all these classes of living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, one who has surrendered to the Supreme Lord's service has no need to serve such persons separately. Of course, it doesn't mean we ignore these great personalities. We still do our duty, but there's no obligation. But as we still have full respect for the demigods, great sages, the living entities, relatives, friends, mankind, forefathers. But there's no separate need to worship them or satisfy them in any other way, because if one has taken shelter of the Supreme Lord. Of course, it means having taken shelter 100% of the Supreme Lord, which I don't think we can probably claim that we have done. Any questions, any comments on chapter 20?
Yes, Prabhu, Haribol Sitam.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, what to speak of those people who gave water to those ancestors who have passed away, Prabhu?
Should we do that? Is that what your point is?
Yes, should we do?
Yes,
or not?
must do, because for many reasons. One is to set an example for our children.
Yes.
Second, because we're not 100% Krishna conscious, right? We can't be. By nature of our existence, we just are unfortunately fallen. So if we had this 100% commitment and faith in the Lord, then fair enough. We don't have to do anything for the ancestors. Because as
one thing we have learned somewhere, maybe in the Bhagavatam, that in the Pitr Paksh, those person who are not liberated, they suffer in the hell, and they come at our residence to have it a little water, so that they can they are bodiless, So when we gave them water,
Yeah.
then they are a bit satisfied.
Yeah, a little relief.
Yeah.
Same with the food,
Mm.
isn't it? Give
Yeah.
them food. And not just them, but you're supposed to give for the Yamdutas as well. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they get tortured.
Any others who have not gotten anything, so we give them a bit water so that they can satisfy themselves.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because they have not bodies, they have not, but the soul needs such nourishment, you know.
The subtle body still needs it.
Yeah, subtle body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they are suffering and don't know when they will get a body, whatever
Yeah,
bodies
yeah.
they get,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah, because
Indeed.
that's what's mentioned in the Garud Puran. Those
Yes,
days after, someone passes away, you have to do all these things
yes.
to help them to overcome all the suffering that they're going to have.
One thing was that we are Vaishnav, you know, when they get something from us, they're very much satisfied, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Very well.
Very well. And even in the Shrad, 15
This is right. Yes. it's
yeah,
right.
we should also offer to our forefathers in those days as well to help them. Nani Ben?
Yes, just nothing to do with this, but today as per our Hindu calendar, it is Bor Choth. That is a particular day today.
Okay.
And it is when we worship the cows.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. On the Hindu calendar, if it's in a datta, we get a little datta.
Yeah.
Each day, it says Bor Choth. And remember, we used to do that. So today, we got a little cow in our temple. So I prayed to the cow and applied tilak on the forehead.
Wow.
But it's a special day today.
Very
Okay.
good. Thank you for sharing that. So we should remember Gomata.
Yeah, that's what it is. Gomata. I remember that today.
Hare Krishna, yes, my mom used to get us to fast and we had to follow certain things. When I looked at my calendar and said Bor Choth, I remember all those days, young days. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Thank you for sharing that. Very nice. Nice to know.
Mm.
And it's good to remember Gomata. There's one sannyasi, one guru in ISKCON, he keeps saying, Krishna can't live without Gomata. We can't even remember Gomata. And we're thinking we're following Krishna, So it's good to remember Gomata.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Guru Maharaj used to say that worship Gomata. Guru Maharaj was telling. In Mauritius, he had come and said, "Are you doing Gomata Puja?"
Yeah.
And when he went to the sacred site in Mauritius, named Paditalab, he went and go and saw the Gomata, and then I think he did some puja. Somebody has brought water, sandals, also seeing ghee lamps, and he did arti for that Gomata. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, and in fact, I've got a picture somewhere. I'm trying to find it. But Krishna's doing Go Puja.
Yes.
He does Go Puja every day.
Ah.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Anyway. Thank you for sharing.
We usually have a Gomata in our temple, in the Hindus.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Very good. So, good. Yes. Go for it. So chapter 27. Try to find the hardest one. And this was it.
Jagadishamaninas tam vikshakale abhyamashutanmadam Hitvaryamagam prabhajanti apasmaya iha kalanam apite anusashanam. Even fools like me who proudly think themselves universal lords quickly give up their conceit and directly take to the path of the spiritually progressive when they see you are fearless even in the face of time. Thus you punish the mischievous only to instruct them.
This is Indra's prayers. Very nice prayers, but my goodness, did he do something wrong or what? Try to kill the family of Krishna. Yeah. So Lord Indra and Mother Surabhi of a cow. This chapter describes how the Surabhi cow and Indra having seen the amazing power of Lord Krishna, performed a bathing ceremony for him. Whew, okay. So after Krishna had lifted Govardhan Hill, thus protected the inhabitants of Braj from the terrible rainfall, Surabhi, the mother of the cows, came from her planet to see Krishna. She was accompanied by Indra. Ashamed of having attacked Vrindavan with a violent storm, Indra approached Krishna in a solitary place. Indra fell down and lay his helmet, whose effulgence was as brilliant as the sun, upon the Lord's lotus feet. He knew he'd done something really bad. Indra stated that although Lord Sri Krishna is never caught in the current of material illusion, which is born of ignorance, he nevertheless accepts a human-like body and performs various activities to establish religious principles and chastise the wicked. By this means, he crushes the false pride of those who presume themselves great controllers. And Indra then points at himself, like I have done this terrible mistake. But by doing this, you're giving me an opportunity to quickly give up my conceit and directly take to the path of spirituality. So Indra's learnt from his mistake. He went on to declare that Krishna is the Father, the Guru, the Lord of all living entities. And in that form of time, he is the agent of the punishment upon the sinful. Indra pays obeisances unto the Lord, prayed for forgiveness for trying to destroy the Brajabasis due to his false pride. He didn't forgive him. He was happy with his prayers, but it's not so easy to forgive somebody who's trying to finish off your family, your beloved devotees. Somewhat satisfied with Indra's prayers, Krishna told him, okay, he had stopped this Indra Yagya so that he can destroy his false pride, so that he can remember the Lord. Because you are intoxicated by your material opulence. People intoxicated by material opulence never see Krishna standing before them with the rod of punishment in his hand. Therefore, if Lord Krishna desires the actual good fortune of some people, he brings them down from their position of opulence. He told Indra, go away, go back to your kingdom, be sober, don't have any more false pride. So not a very satisfying forgiving act by Krishna. Forgave him, but wasn't completely satisfied with Indra. And Indra, of course, was not. He knew he'd done something really bad. So he brought Surabhi. So that was the extraordinary thing he did. He brought Surabhi. He knows Krishna becomes pleased with Gomata. And Gomata pleaded on behalf of Indra, please, please, forgive this foolish man, foolish Indra. And Krishna, he accepted the pleas of Surabhi, and he forgave Indra, even though he committed such a bad act. Then Indra, along with Surabhi, performed the bathing ceremony for Krishna. That wasn't going to be allowed to Indra. That's a very sacred pastime, bathing Krishna. But because Surabhi was there, Krishna allowed Indra to also bathe him, using the water of the heavenly Ganga from the trunk of Indra's elephant carrier, Aryabhat, and the milk of Mother Surabhi. Indra and Surabhi took this opportunity to bestow upon the Lord the name Govinda, protector of Gomata. Also, it can be said protects one from the senses. Go also means senses. And the demigod showered flowers and recited various prayers. So the demigods got in the act as well. Upon the ceremonial bathing of Lord Krishna, all living entities, even those cruel by nature, like snakes, became entirely free from enmity. So this is the blessing of Krishna being pleased. After he had ceremonially bathed Lord Govinda, who is the master of the cows and the cowherd community, King Indra took the Lord's permission and, surrounded by demigods and other living beings, returned to heavenly abode. So this is the bathing ceremony. There you go. Aryabhat is doing the bathing of Krishna. Surabhi is there. And there's Indra, humbled. Such a beautiful painting, because they've got peacocks here, beautiful trees, amazing painting. So Krishna, the lesson from this pasuk, Krishna is very, very kind. Even such a big mistake of Indra was forgiven. What to speak of what we do. So we shouldn't think that we'll never be forgiven. We'll always be forgiven. All right. Madhusudan Prabhu hasn't done the thing, so we can look at that tomorrow.
Haribol is here listening to.
Oh, good. Okay. Do you want to? You can always send it to us later. You can, if you've done it, you can go through.
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm sorry. I've been a little bit busy last few
No
days.
problem. No problem.
Colleagues, and I wasn't sure because you were doing a few other things, and then I hadn't noticed that you were
Sure.
doing this canto. But no, I've been listening to with Gomata. I'm sitting with her, so been listening to the chapters you've recited just now. So then I remembered I thought I should have done it. But anyway, we'll catch up with these.
No
That's
worries.
the-
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. No problem.
Yeah. Okay, Haribo, Hare Krishna.
Okay.
DJ.
Any questions? Any comments? Otherwise, we can move over to the Nishinga Kavach.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Yes, when we talk of Gomata is the richest person, according to the scriptures. And, once we have it in our Hindu religion, one Mataji came at my place. She had a large string over his neck and not speaking, and her hand was towards me, and she wanted some donation, some kripa, and what to give her? One banana or a coconut, and you have no right to speak. But I know how it has happened. A cow was just strangled and was dead. It is a great sin, great sin, which we can't do it. We are not butchers, We pray Gomata. We do all these sacrifices, because I myself, I was reading Gomata with my family, Prabhu. So
Right.
all type of demigods are found in the body.
The body of the Gomata, it's a
Gomata. That we worship Gomata. I told you the Paritalab in Mauritius, the Gomata. Guru Maharaj came and worshipped the Gomata and show us that you should do it like this. All our good brothers were there and said you should do it. You should worship Gomata. And it is only one sannyasi who taught all these things. Okay, Haribol Prabhu.
No, very good. So let me just share something if I can. Good. Let's have a quick look at some of these pictures of Gomata. If I can find it. Where'd it go? Sorry. No, it's there. It's just... One second. No, but it's need to. Okay, got it. So we can just view some of these beautiful paintings that have been done by the devotees. How this is a wonderful one where Gomata's lying on Krishna's lotus feet. And this is when they took out the Gomatas from the Gopastami. How they're so happy with Gomata.
Yes, Prabhu. Very beautiful.
This is Radharani.
Yes.
This is really sweet. Look at her. Oh my.
Amazing painting. Whoever's done this. Amazing painting. Let's see if there's any more. And of course, there's some Gomatas come disguised, but they're not Goma, they're demons. Let me just see if there's any more.
Prabhu, one question, Prabhu. Haribol.
Yes.
Yes. Is Radharani's expansion of Krishna or Krishna is expansion of Radharani?
Who came first?
Yeah. Because
No,
it is said that Radharani is an energy of Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay.
The energy is
But
Radharani.
it is some confusion, sometimes I think.
No.
Oh,
It's
the same
they're
person.
one and the same. They're one and the same.
Yeah.
One and the same. The energy.
Sometimes when you have classes, the discussion comes here, and no one can answer this question, But when sannyasi come, they say forgot to do all these things. So thank you very much for your explanation, Prabhu.
No, thank you. This is amazing. They had so many Goma, and he'd remember the name of every single Goma.
Yeah.
And this is
This
what you were saying.
amazing. Yeah.
You were saying this, yeah. How demigods and the goddesses are in the body of the Gomata. Lakshmi Devi is
Yes.
the backside, isn't it? This one, yeah. One of the mothers. Classic picture, this one. And I like this, the hands on the Gomata. When they do the puja, yeah. There you go. He's worshipping Gomata. I often show this to the children, telling them how important cow is. Even the Lord is worshipping the cow. And they're always surprised. What?
Prabhu, at the age of 10 or 12, I was vegetarian, with my brother, my elder brother, who was a teacher. Now he was a headmaster. But due to no information, no backing, what to know, and then we become non-veg. It's like this.
Yeah, this is quite interesting as well. Yeah, you read this.
This Gita Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, the essence of all the Upanishads, is just like a cow. And Lord Krishna, who is famous as a cowherd boy, is milking this cow. Arjuna is just like a calf, and learned scholars and pure devotees are to drink the nectarian milk of Bhagavad Gita. So the lesson is Bhagavad Gita is a very important holy book which we read every day.
All right. I think, let's see. There probably is more, but that's about it. Oh, yeah, this is a classic. I like this one. This is such an amazing picture. Krishna's chilling out with Gomatas. And then they would run off. He would play his flute, calling them, and they would know who's being called, which category of Gomata, and they would run towards him. But some would run away because they want to hear Krishna call out their name. And when he calls out their name, they become stunned in ecstasy. Krishna remembers. So, very important. Thank you, Naniben, for sharing that. Gomata ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Puran ki jai, Tagore Pramade.